and your father. Talk about that. I mean, it's your career.
Because I was like, they're both dead.
Yeah, no, that's right.
I don't know, maybe they're reading it from up there. They're
I know your career. Like, so Dad's thinking as you're growing up and having this, yes.
And he talked to your dad about this a lot, too. My dad was so afraid that I was going to be affected or somehow I was going to think more of myself. Or there was like, my dad was one of those guys who wouldn't see my movies, wouldn't see anything. It wasn't until he was dying and that I had him as a held captive audience. And I was sick. And I gave him all my Suddenly Susan episodes because I knew it would make him laugh. And he laughed. And so my dad was just so afraid that I was going to somehow get a big head or I wasn't going to somehow be down to earth. And so his way of dealing with it was to avoid it altogether. So he didn't see anything I did, he didn't talk about anything I did. And so that was the way of dealing with it. And I can understand that, you've got a kid who's being basically raised by your ex-wife, and she's becoming this sort of celebrity and this nationally known person. And it's really hard to navigate that when you have a family, a new wife, new babies. And the best he did, and the best they both did, was he incorporated me into his world. And my mom took my stepsister into our world. And we went traveling with her, so it was very unconventional, but they all dealt with it in their own way. And my mom was just, if we go here, we'll get we can afford a car. If you do this movie, we'll probably get a house in New Jersey. I mean, there was not a lot of thought input behind her choices.